What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. In this video we're going to be covering a USD CHF trade, pretty much a textbook trade, right? I wanted to cover it on the YouTube and show you guys, the background behind it, why we took the trade, just give you that background and that deeper knowledge and that deeper understanding of how we go about our trades. I feel like this helps a lot of people, right? Because I used to watch videos like this a lot of times when I was beginning to start to trade and stuff like that. So I like to see, how other people trade, how they execute their trades, why, and things like that. It gives you a better understanding and not just somebody telling you what to do. You can just kind of see it in action, right? So that's basically the basis of the video. We're going to be covering this trade and give you the outlook on it and all things of that. If you want to join Discord, link in the description. We have an ebook that just came out. Link is in the description, right? So in the Discord, we have our ZSNIPES Academy. You guys already know about that, right? It's basically our, full in-depth course on all the concepts we teach. So if you're interested in that, go ahead. We're going to start looking at USD CHF on a higher time frame. All right. So looking at this market, this is super bullish. All right. We have lows, high, low, high, and then we just created a new low here and then high. All right. So one thing that we know when the market is this bullish, right? The only way that you can trade this is by continuations. What is a continuation? Reaccumulation, right? Reaccumulation will usually look like this. Market will go up, break the high. This is a reaccumulation. You have your creek right here, and then you have your couple drops to the downside. The market will spring up, and this will be your technically the spring of the reaccumulation, but it's different terms for it, but you can call that the spring of the reaccumulation, right? And essentially this will be a manipulation that the market will come back down to, mitigate, and continue to the upside, right? The second entry that possibly that you could get, which is the best entry, is you find an accumulation down here. If you see an accumulation inside of this area where you want to be mitigated, then that is basically a textbook setup, all right? And that's why I call this, a good reaccumulation textbook setup. So let's go ahead and analyze this reaccumulation. All right, essentially we have A's in session here, which we use a lot of the time. We have A's in session, the market goes down. You see these couple dry soldiers downside. Essentially this is our creek. We raid A's in session lows, and then we have a bullish impulse to the upside, breaking structure. So I know that some type of buyers were present in the market here, some type of institution were present in the market there that wanted to continue the market higher, because essentially looking at it, we are already bullish. The market is continuously giving us these continuation moves. Why not continue to play the continuation moves? So that's exactly what I thought of. When the market is super bullish, you continue to play the reaccumulations. All right, as much as the market wants to give it to you, continue to play them. We had a 36-minute candle, right? Another thing that we teach in our academy is you want to look for the most voluminous candle, and this is our 36-minute candle. So that is the candle that we want to use, and that is our point of interest. This candle right here is our point of interest. This was the last down move before we had this impulsive move. So this is where all of the sell orders were placed, and this is where the sell orders need to be mitigated. So after that, what I did was I measured out 50% of it. All right, 50% of it. Also, it wasn't because just to measure out 50%, it was also because we had some imbalance down here that the market could potentially come and fill it and mitigate. Okay, now while we're waiting for the market to come down here, we want to scale into the lower time frame. All right, we're going to scale into the lower time frame, and we want to see an accumulation occur. That accumulation shows us evidence that buyers are getting into the market and they're interested into the market. All right, now boom, right here I can already see it. All right, so right here the accumulation is already occurring. You just have to know how to spot it, and this is what we teach. Okay, so essentially right now we have our selling climax that is here, and I'm just gonna draw out the range. I don't want to confuse you guys with the letters, so I'm just not gonna, I'm gonna try to explain it in a brief moment. We have our selling climax that indicates that the selling pressure has slowed down. All right, we can clearly see that by how the market is slowly driving to the downside versus how it was impulsively driving to the downside. All right, so we essentially have our selling climax here. This is our automatic rally. All right, this is our secondary test. This is our secondary test in phase B. All right, so essentially what we need now to complete this accumulation is a spring. And what do you know? The spring is going to tap into a 50%, filling our imbalance. So you can see how much confluence is going behind this. So let me go ahead and play this a little bit more. Boom. We have our spring. Now that we have our spring, we want to see one more thing. We want to see the market give us an impulsive move towards the upside, breaking all of this structure and creating a sign of strength. All right, that sign of strength tells us that, okay, now we have validated this spring and we can take an entry off of this spring. All right, so I'm gonna let this play a little bit more. All right, boom, here we go. Now we have completed our schematic. We have our spring here, and we already have a test. So the market already tested this spring with this move right here. And essentially, if you have those Wyckoff lens, right, you can see that this is just another reaccumulation on the smaller time frame. All right, and this is where our entry came from. All right, this was the last candle that drove down. Okay, so this is the candle that needs mitigation. As soon as we have this break of structure of the highs, now I'm going to go back to the 1 minute to make this look a little bit, better. But this is our candle right here. That's the candle that we want to see mitigated. This is the area we want to see mitigated. And you can see there's imbalance in between this as well. So this was our entry here, and our stop loss was underneath here. I believe it was just 5 pips. All right, so that's the entry. Market goes down, mitigates it, and now what is our target? So this is how we get those high RR trades. This is how you want to get your high RR trades. All right, we take entries on the lower time frame and target higher time frame areas. So essentially now we're targeting a completely new high. All right, we're targeting a completely new high because this market is bullish and we are in a demand zone. So we're going to target a new high. I don't care if this is a distribution. This distribution is only for us to come down here and accumulate for us to continue higher. You have to understand why these Wyckoff schematics happen. All right, now if this distribution was, strong enough to break this, then I would consider this as a supply area. But essentially, this distribution didn't do anything, so I could just target up here. All right, I'm more favorable to target areas of structure and go with what structure is telling me than just the market just doing this, and we just let the market go. Just like that. All right, so that is the trade right there. Hopefully that helps someone, get some more insight on entries and how we take the entries and things like that. All right, like I said before, if you want to join the Discord, link in the description. If you want more information, you can honestly contact me on Instagram or Telegram, right? However you can reach me, and you can talk to me more, ask questions, or whatever the case is. You can ask me questions in the comment section as well. I go in there and I always look at the comments and see what people are saying. So just let me know if you have any questions, any type of videos you want to see, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.